So I'm aware this is quite a strange video to make because right here we're looking at fans, and I know some people are like, why are we looking at fans on a gaming or product-based review YouTube channel? Well, these are products that I have and products that I would like to show you guys, and you know, you may want to know, what fan should I buy? It's getting slightly warmer outside at the moment, and you know, it's coming up to summer soon, so you definitely don't want to be sweltering in hot weather with no fan and just a fucking window open. So the question is, do you want a plug-in, decent sized fan that I'm sure would do quite a bit for this large room? Would you like a personal kind of fan, which will probably get 2 people if you're lucky, if you were sat across this sofa? Or do you want one that's a little bigger and could probably, you know, spread around the room just a tad more? Which one should you buy? So first off, I'm going to start with this. Now this is a portable fan. You can take this pretty much anywhere you want, and it has a couple of modes. Now the first mode, because it spins so slowly, it doesn't really make a very nice noise. Even on number 1, even though it's quite hot outside, I would much rather have this on number 1 than have nothing at all. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a bit wobbly, this one. It's a bit shitty. It's not the best fan I've seen. It does come with a battery you can take out of it as well. But when you actually prop it up somewhere and say, I don't know, you were sitting across the sofa, it's got rubber mat, so it doesn't slide around, but it moves up and down, which obviously could be useful for some people. Then it has this really stupid telescopic like stand, which I don't quite understand, but I suppose if you had it up like that, yeah, it's higher, so it'll reach you or whatever. But anyway, when you press it, obviously it goes higher. This is the max setting, and if I was standing, even over here I could feel that. So even if I was sitting all the way over here, I can feel that, right? So that's not bad. Obviously the closer you get, the stronger it gets. It's quite a small fan, so you shouldn't be expecting anything too big out of it. I mean, I've seen smaller a fan this size that probably does a little better than this. Like I said, I can sit down over here and I can still very happily feel that, and it feels completely fine. One thing I will say as well is, if you need a dead quiet fan and you just want to have it on the side next to you, say like in your bed or whatever, it's great. The only issue is though, if you've got this on your side next to your bed, you can't tilt it down. That's pretty much as far down as it will go, right? So it's definitely not going to be looking at you in your sleep, right? That's the only issue I've got with it. But it's very light because of this crappy material. But yeah, look at that. We can move the blind from over here. So, you know, it's not bad. It's not a bad fan at all. If you was just like sitting at your desk and you needed some, you know, a bit of air on you, you want to put it over there while you're on your little laptop, it's more than enough. Now this one's a little more interesting. I've currently got quite a lot of dust in there and stuff because I haven't been asked to clean this one. I mean, I hardly use it unless I carry it around the house with me. This one is my one. That one down there is my dad's one, so obviously I'm not going to use that one. But this one, I've had to put blue tack or white tack on because the filter on the front that you're supposed to take off rattles like a bastard. This is number 1. I think even number 1 might be just as powerful as that at like number 2. So yeah, I mean, I can feel that from over here. Definitely feel it from here too. This is a great fan. I highly recommend it. There's that rattle, by the way. When you tilt it down, it does it all the time. Yeah, but this shit pumps stuff out like an aircon. If it's mildly cool in your room, this shit is going to feel like an aircon unit. Now this is number 2. Number 2, you could put number 2 on, just go sit across here. It's quite loud though. That's my only issue I have with this fan. And if you have it on number 3, it's very loud. But if you're sitting over here, you ain't got any issues. That thing is amazing. Pumps air around the room like nothing. You have to bear in mind, like, you can take this to the toilet with you, you know, if it's a really bad day, it's hot weather, or you get the sweats while you're having a shit. It's great. You can take it anywhere you want. So as you can see, it's way more powerful than that little baby one. We're hitting it from the corner of the room. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. It's a really good fan. I highly recommend it. The only issue is that's being sold for 14 and that's being sold for like 18. Unfortunately, it's not on Amazon at the moment. They've either been discontinued or they've been blowing up because they come from China. Don't know which one it is really, but I've had it for a while now. So then, the Honeywell Turbofan. I mean, I've made a review on it already, but I'll just show a bit of a comparison. You can't take this anywhere with you, which is obviously a problem, but you can plug it into the mains and you'll see just how good of a fan this is. So first off, you have number 1, which is all the way to the right. This one is more like an industrial fan, so it definitely hits like more of the room. So say like you was over here and 3 people was like, if you was 3 people standing together, you'd all feel it. Well, like with the other 2 in the background, you probably wouldn't feel it. What's interesting is I can actually see in the camera the fan spinning, but in real life I can't see that, which is really strange. So this is number 2. Obviously number 2 is much stronger. It's such a good fan, and I got it on discount. I think I got it down from $24.99 to, I think I got it to £10 in the end, which was a really good deal for this. It's already got quite a lot of dust on the back, which is obviously a problem, but you know, you got to clean it at some point anyway. So this is number 3. Now number 3, well, this is some like hair stuck in it or something. Feels so good. I'd say like if we bring it back here at the very least, I mean, see, we're definitely moving stuff. It's a great fan. It's probably one of my favourite fans I've ever had, actually. But this one you could use as a more like all-around fan, because it's not just one person. It kind of hits multiple in the room. Like if you was to set it up, say, like here, and have it going against like the back wall, I think everybody in the room here would feel quite cool, because it kind of like circulates the air around the room. Like you could bring in multiple fans and set them up for everybody, couldn't you? Do you know what I'm saying? So you could have that little fan in the corner over there, that one like on the table, and that one just like shooting up in the air, and then everybody's cool, aren't they, then, I suppose? Or you could just buy a massive oscillating what are they called, pedestal fans. So then, guys, I know I look odd. I've just got out the shower, of course, you know. At least I can't moan about my hair being too bad. It does stick up after I've come out, which is annoying. I have to flatten it down, but we've got a new fan. Here is this new fan. It's by a company called Atko, and it's not too bad. It's quite well built. It's very sturdy. It's got a 4,000 milliamp built-in battery, slightly bigger than the other smaller one that you saw just in the other video. Now, I've been filming these videos over the past, I would say, 2, 3, 4 weeks, pretty much since I got the Soundcore Trance, and I've basically been doing reviews, unboxings, and all that kind of stuff over the past few weeks. I'm really looking at each fan and, you know, trying to give you an idea of what you might want to buy if it's really hot in your house in the summer. Of course, these fans are being put on in an environment that's fairly cool, so you are going to feel the fan quite heavily, especially if it's a small fan. But if you turn it on, this one anyway, it shows you it's in full bar. It flickers on the camera. It doesn't do that in real life. That's number 2. That's number 3, and that's number 4. So as you can tell, it's quite powerful for how small it is anyway. You know, there's only really so much you can do with a small fan, as I've basically said. I mean, it's going to be pointing in one particular direction. You know, if you stand here, you ain't going to feel that. It just makes a lot of noise. The drop-off point really is like, I'd probably say here. So you can still feel the fan here, but past that, it's kind of gone. So there is a drop-off point to having a centered direct fan. I mean, if we put it here, that's against the curtains. If we move back a bit more, I mean, obviously this one's portable as well. Move back here. Yeah, it's still hitting it from here. This is a very impressive fan, actually. Even all the way back here. Wow. Pretty impressive. You fucking hell. Even all the way back in the corner. Look at that. Still moving it. This little fan's quite impressive. It's pretty powerful. You know, if you was really hot in the summer, you'd probably plank it in front of you. I doubt you'd want to sit all the way away from it. And, I mean, I'm sure this would be enough for a summer. I don't really want to make too many judgments on that, though, because, I mean, I would much prefer to have a bigger fan, which, although doesn't spin this fast and really push as much air out, it pushes way more air out around the room. Generally, if I have a fan on, I'll put it on my windowsill, open my window, and then let the fan suck the cool air from the outside into the room. But there'll still be cooler air outside than there will be inside, especially with my computer on, my Xbox One X, or for the most part, even my PS4 Pro. So having all 3 of those systems on or just on and off throughout the day, it can cause a lot of problems. The rubber grip basically just means it doesn't really move around. It does twist off the faceplate on this. So once you twist it, it should just come off, and then you can twist it back on somehow. It can do this as well. So I mean, if you was like on a bedside table and you wanted it to point at at you, because I know this doesn't point down. If you was like lying down, you know, you're still gonna get that experience from the fan, especially if it's on a bedside table, like I just said. Entirely up to you which fan you buy or which fan you feel comfortable with having. But yeah, I think it's a great little fan. Like I say, it's little, it's not big. It's about 5 inches in all. It's you know, it's not massive. So yeah, really, I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching, and I know I've been a little inconsistent with videos. That is just unfortunately how it's going to be, because I've got so much going on. You know, I've got games to complete, things to, you know, just sort out ready for uni. I'm still trying to get some money together. I know it's hard to do that because I'm only getting furlough paid at the moment. I could really kind of do going back to work just so I can earn a little bit more than I would be on furlough, that's for sure. Yeah, I feel like when I get the money and stuff, I'm going to start to purchase certain products, because I know recently I've only done videos on products that have been sent out to me. But if I'm purchasing the products myself, so like I'm looking at some Wraith energy drink kind of thing that I wanted to review for you guys, because I know a lot of you come to this channel for genuine reviews of tech products and stuff. I mean, this is technically tech when you think about it. But I know that some people aren't here to look at fucking, you know, portable fucking blenders or fans or whatnot. And that's fair enough. I'm not going to force feed certain videos down your necks. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to review pretty much anything that I get, because it is a video at the end of the day. And some people are going to want to see that video, even if you guys don't. So that's all I'm saying, really. I hope you guys enjoyed this video to some degree. And you're having a wonderful evening, a wonderful night. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.